Good morning everyone. We went to Igorstown in Northampton. Our hike begins in Northampton. Finally, we will make a review. See this town. Let's go! We decided to start our hike from the town center to famous places. Behind me is the church. I'll show you. All Saints Church. I'm getting used to the new camera stand. Its name, Zhilin M2 Crane. This is how it looks, by the way. Using it now is quite an interesting thing. There is a famous market nearby, also a recognizable symbol of Northampton, behind me. Let's take a walk and see what is there. What can you say about the market?
Little market. There are potatoes if you want.
Yes, there are a lot of things here, so we just walk around. There are a lot of products here. A variety of different clothes. The prices are also pretty cheap.
Pound a box on your English strawberry there. Local grown strawberries, pound a box. Local grown. Any bowl you like for a pound? Apples, oranges, bananas. Any bowl you like for a pound?
Market, like a market. You can go and buy something. Who loves fresh products grown by their own hands on the farm? It is the best thing to come here and buy. We met our friend Eleanor. We worked together. Hi, Dine is his name from Latvia too. He opened his place. Do you want to say something? Come to the market. Look, and yes, if you are interested, come and talk. Yes, we also need to take a wedding photo. Alright, Dinis, thanks. Thanks, hanging there. Have a nice Saturday.
Keep in touch.
This is the main street. Here is the main thoroughfare take place. All sorts of people perform. Variety performances are carried out here. Behind me is the famous Discovery sculpture. It symbolizes the discovery of the DNA by scientists. In honor of this, a sculpture was erected, 2 flying men, just so you know. We just passed the agency. Behind me is located. I remember my first arrival here in Northampton. How I went to agencies and got jobs in different factories before I went to study. Behind me is very famous Northampton registration office. Wedding ceremonies are held here. I'll show you now. Our appetite is slowly awakening. Igor decided to take us to a good place to eat. He will take us to his favorite place.
Here you can taste pancakes if you want thin
What
ones.
is the name of the place?
Creperie. Yes, and here you can eat avocado.
This is good.
Okay, this side.
We went to one more place. This is a big shopping center. It's called Grosvenor. There are many clothing stores here, services of all sorts, and so on. There is a lot of places to eat. Let's go through it now and see. Behind me is Ola Loft Store, by the way, called Pandora. We pass through the center. It is pretty big. Many different stores, as I said, well-known brands. Came out from Grosvenor. Here is the second entrance from the back. Looking from the market, Grosvenor is written over there. Fire helmet is a symbol.
What was I talking about? Here in the town there are such interactive panels. They have recently appeared on which you can find out transport information, time travel in a day. From the top, if you look, there is a list of buses. You can find information on trains.
In here it is necessary to do track and trace. Because of the COVID, we need to fill out questionnaires, so keep that in mind. We ate well, just left the pub. Did you enjoy your food?
Yummy.
Super!
Here is a good place.
Lots of choice.
Yes. They sell music here and cool t-shirts.
Dance like there's no tomorrow.
A cool store where you can put on headphones, listen to records yourself. The girl liked the lenses here.
You can choose lenses
You can wear different colors. You will look like a cat.
like a cat.
Let's go. So, I can tell drilling battery went flat. I had to change another stand to the camera. Another device. This is cinema, by the way. Another place to see is the railway station Northampton. From here, everyone mostly comes and goes to the town. And in the back is a big food. Associations with Northampton. The factory produces shoes. You can also rent scooters here. You download the application on your phone, register your driving license and drive around the town.
How can I go now?
Gently push with one leg and open the throttle. Scoot.
Dance like there's no tomorrow.
We walked in the center, I think we have enough. Let's go. Pay for the parking ticket. Here are the prices. Fine. Around £5. Pretty inexpensive. Finally, we escaped from this town center. We came into the park. It is nearby Abington Park. Let's go for a walk. I'll show you what's here. The first point will be Abington Park Museum. Now let's see what happens there. Here is a museum. There are all sorts of weapons, when they fought in the old wars. We left the museum. Museum was okay, you can take a walk if you have time. There are all sorts of facts to see. Quite interesting. There are many different insects out there, all kinds of compositions. We went through last part so quickly. We used to be here more often when we lived in this town. There is a restaurant nearby. The prices are expensive, but it is cool. It opens early in the morning. You can go out. It is generally good. There is also a bandstand where all sorts of small events are held. Groups perform live music. This is one of the best parks in this town. It is probably the one. Yes, Igor? How is your milkshake?
The cocktail turned out delicious. Refreshing on a hot day.
Good park. I flew with a drone for a while. We move on.
Hello everyone. Apparently we are moving to the third point. Which point this is, I cannot say, because I wasn't informed.
It will be Pitsford Reservoir. Camera grip has charged. Stabilization is back. We film further. Have you discussed girls again?
Well, yes.
I like girls who do yoga.
Do you like girls with a good stretch? And who likes a right food? Key factors.
Well, girls who like me, you can write in person.
Good advertising.
An invaluable fiancé is coming with me. I sent a link in the description. He prefers girls who love yoga and good food.
Yes, advertise me. Well done.
Of course, you are not going to cook.
That's crazy. There will be so many volunteers.
101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Well done, keep going. The milkshake has not been wasted.
This is silent noise.
We are on our way to Pitsford Reservoir. I use this road all the time to work at our factory. A good day. We walked a little there. Everything was filmed normally in the town. Now we are going to the lake to breathe more fresh air. Not bad. What can you say, Igor? How do you like the trip?
I like it. A busy day, but not boring. We saw a lot of places in one day. Just great.
We are passing a factory where I used to work. I started my career with the Green Corps. Here it is a big factory. It makes sandwiches. We arrived at the Pitsford Reservoir. Now I will show you the volumes of water stored. There are a lot of places for picnics, for families to relax, to come with the children, and so on. Everything is made for this. Here is the Pitsford Reservoir. There is such a good path here. We remember once going around it, about 8 miles. So a couple of hours can be given to the campaign for those who like hiking. A good place with refreshing breeze, especially when it's hot like today. It is great to come here. Clear your mind after a busy day in the town. Here, people take sail boats for a ride. You can take a subscription, play sports. English love this place, the clubhouse. How do you like Igor?
I like places for immersion in my own thoughts, for solitude from human society, from the bustle of the town, which we saw earlier today in the center.
See, he makes me laugh.
Now I will be guilty.
He doesn't behave himself well today.
Drop me in the water. Press it halfway and then fully press.
Well, I will try.
What can you tell?
Here, for example, I see myself a place for shooting.
люди, которые за этим же следят.
You will have more followers.
I need to do Instagram, Igor is advising. Okay, we make.
Need it.
The material is
Personal
already
link
there.
on Igor.
On me? I don't need to.
Okay, good evening to walk around. I think we should go for a bite to eat, because a lot of energy has gone today. Not bad. Let's go to the pub. It's already 8 o'clock in the evening. So behind me the shops are closed, but in generally you can go here to eat. Another store is also closed. They sell cameras, bicycles and all kind of equipment for sports, to ride here, relax and so on. We went to the next place to eat. The pub is called Whitehills. Let's go there. I specially took half a pint to not get drunk and to be civilized. We ate well. Looking forward to the next morning for filming. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Our second day, we continue filming in Northampton. Yesterday we filmed too, but not enough. We have a lot more to film. Behind us is a restaurant Jade. And where is Jade? What is this restaurant, Igor?
It's called Medieval Fort, and inside it's decorated in a medieval style. There are all sorts of shields, knights, and so on. Quite interesting.
We stopped here because we can park free. We found it convenient. And from here, you immediately go to Racecourse Park. Now we go to this park and have a look. This park is quite popular.
Let's go.
A few words about the park. The park is so specific, plain, one might say. There are no specific features. It's just people relax and drink. Here is a playground to play basketball. Also, because horses used to gallop around here, that way it is called Racecourse Park.
It has the shape of an hippodrome.
It is cool. It has many different sides. There is a tennis court behind me. There is a football field. There are also marking for football and rugby fields. There are special, separate goals. People play, warm up and go in for sports. How much did the coffee cost?
Standard price, maybe 270.
I wanted to share my flight experience here. I flew in the park. A woman came running and started yelling at us. She said that she would call the police because drone interfere with people. However, the drone was far away and was quiet. But Igor explained to her how everything should be
I
done.
didn't explain.
Yes, and she left and said that if we continue to fly, she will call the police. Drone could be a headache, just so you know. The shots are beautiful, but people don't like it as a result. Don't know what they don't like, they threaten the police. We arrived at the next point. The place is called Delapré Abbey. Now let's take a walk and see how interesting this estate is. One more thing, before we go, you need to print off tickets and do online booking, so that you come here, you don't have to be shocked. I warned you.
Many reasons behind the dissolution of the monasteries as it came to be known. So King Henry wished to divorce his first wife. Divorce was not allowed in the Catholic kingdom at that time, and so he and his advisors came up with the idea to make England break away from the Catholic Church and set up their own religion, of which King Henry became the head of, the Church of England, and it allowed him to divorce his first wife. There was a lot more intricate detail that went on, and at one point there was only 2 people living here and they had 15 servants, which seems ridiculous.
May I ask you a question, one?
Yeah.
Does these coils will have a different sort of sound level, depending on a room, wherever it's dedicated?
I think they would have the electric one possibly, but no, I think it was just a case of having to look which one was ringing in which place, really. I think initially it would have just been in the main rooms, but certainly by the time there was electric, there would have been one like a bell, and you can see them in some of the rooms where the old bell is that they can press to.
And how old you said that roughly that is?
From the mid-1500s.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, thank you. Yeah.
Out here, the 900 years of its history. So as I was just saying to this lady, you can see the shape of the cloisters just on these walls here. So they would have been open cloisters at the time of the nunnery. When the Tates came along, that building there with those 3 windows at the top, that is the oldest part of the building. That's the original Tate Manor House. So that's the very, very oldest part. So as you can see, the 2 bottom thirds are of brick, and the top is of a far more expensive stone. So the reasoning behind that was John Augustus Shield Bouverie, who put in this grand central staircase in the late 1800s, wanted to give the illusion that he had more money than he did. His history you'll find out a bit later on. Now, if you're riding down the drive in your horse and carriage, it looks as though it's all made of stone. So your rich visitors never would have seen this courtyard, just as a hustle and bustle of servants and all sorts, but it gave that illusion of look how rich I am to build a tower out of stone. So yeah, it's a real kind of talking point.
What can you tell us about that torture thing? Is that the people can see it?
That's that's it. That's so. If anyone annoys us, we just stick them in there. Yeah, no, it's.
Oh, that really was like that, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, from the stocks. You used to have stocks. You put your hand and your head in, and it was used as a form of punishment back in the medieval times. They used to get sort of rotten fruit thrown at them. Yeah.
Wow, throwing stuff.
Yeah, you'd get rotten stuff thrown at you. It was that's it, and your head through there. And some people would be left in them for days. It wasn't. We haven't got a great history with, not torturing people. As I said, at one point there was just 2 Boothbys living here and they had 15 servants to work for them, which just seems insane. Now, a rather nice thing we discovered is we started looking at the censuses that take place in England every 10 years. But unfortunately, they didn't end that way. But it's nice to hear that the Boothbys tried to help out and tried to make the lives of people there a little bit nicer than perhaps they were.
What this?
What's this?
Yeah.
So this is an old school way to heat your bed. So you'd fill it full of hot coals and you'd pop it underneath your blankets for, I don't know, maybe half an hour before going to bed. Take it out and you'd have a nice warm bed, because not all of the rooms would have had a fire in it. Or had a fire lit. Certainly as a servant, coal was expensive, so it was just a way of ensuring that you had a slightly warmer night. And obviously they didn't have 13.5 top duvets like we do today, or electric blankets. It would have just been sort of sheets. When things are back to normal and we sit in these rooms in order to answer questions for people, we all fight over this one. We all want to be in the library because it's such a fantastic space. So this was added by Edward Bouverie II, which was the second gentleman in our gallery there. It was fashionable to have a library. It showed wealth, it showed intellect, even if you hadn't read the books. So it was kind of a thing to have in the home. Now he was into literature and was quite a prolific reader.
A very beautiful room. Very gorgeous room.
Yeah, love this room. It's a really nice place to sit.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
Especially that picture in the middle.
Yeah.
You make it like different, so many old kind of furniture and stuff like that, which is not very rarity, I put it that way.
Exactly. And the thing, because we brought all the furniture in, it's not original.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was all original.
Nice place to walk. It is very interesting. She tells everyone who understands English, you can come here, it is a cool place, I advise. I like it. And you?
I liked it too.
It was a nice walk. You can eat right here. There is a restaurant, cafe-like. We had a good meal at this cafe restaurant. Excellent overall. We can continue the hike. The food is very high quality here. I like it.
We ate like bourgeoisie, you might say.
What did Ole buy?
I bought this bear. Look, £10.
Pretty.
Pretty, huh?
What else?
In the store, I bought a coffee vanilla and latte body scrub for spa.
Cool. We arrived at another place. Behind me is a Queen Eleanor cross monument. It was established by the King Edward for his wife. They had 18 children. He erected this monument to her. The monument is located at the entrance to Northampton. When the bus is coming, this is the first thing you see, and then immediately the town centre, straight away from the motorway. We move on. We arrived at another place. Behind me is a National Lift Tower. The height of this building is 416 feet and the diameter is 50 feet. This building is one of the recognizable symbols of Northampton and was built to test elevators. We arrived at Riverside, moving towards building Aquadrome. I'll show you how other people live in Northampton. Some who cannot afford the house. They can buy a log cabin. I think that's enough for today. We had a good walk. Here is a parking for you if you need a place.
Igor, how was a day 2 for you?
Fine. Tired at the end. It's okay, we had a good walk.
Good morning, everyone. Our third day in Northampton. Igor,
Hello everyone.
Oля is in the back too. Well, the first thing is to go get a haircut. Here is a haircut. Looks good, I like it. What do you think, guys?
You look younger. The face took on a different shape.
Rejuvenated, they say.
So, listen to me. If someone needs a haircut, this is a good place.
I already gave you the name.
How much did you pay?
£13 paid for a haircut. Fine.
For this kind of work, it's very cheap.
Hello, hello. Hello. Are you waiting for your picture? Yes.
Haven't sold yet?
We went for our picture, placed an order with Dennis. Do you want to see? Yes, let's see.
Cool.
Can you bring it out into the light, Dennis? That's great. Thank you for your work. Thanks. Quality work. We love it. Yes, this is the most important thing. We arrived at the next point, Salcey Forest. Here is the postcode for you, by the way. Yes, the parking cost us for 2 hours, £4, Saturday today.
Shall we play ping pong?
Yes, we can.
It would be great.
Everything behind me. People come to rest, you can take your kids with you. Everything has been done for this. What can you say?
On the map, everything is clear and explained. You can choose the route depending on the complexity that you want. There is a 1 kilometer walk, 2.5. There is the longest one that goes around 6 miles. We'll go to the one from which you can see everything that's around, which is located higher.
Almost arrived. Everything is blocked off. I do not know why. Now we will see. Another disappointment. We came to this hike and we were expecting to see a beautiful wooden bridge to show you. This is how they look like, by the way. We've been here before. These are the hikes here. But unfortunately, everything is blocked off because they are unsafe. They need to be restored and repaired.
Do you want to try?
No, enough. Thanks.
Igor, I'm shocked. You better take some delicious bread and eat it. Not the sweets. Sweets for sweet, all the time. Syrup.
Cool thing, by the way.
Here you can come and play. It's okay. If you have a kids, take them. There are few tables here.
Quite popular, isn't it?
Yeah, archery.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we've got axe throwing as well. That we
Axe
do.
throwing?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Have
One-
a good day, guys.
Thanks.
Back there you can shoot with a bow. A cool place. If anyone likes it, who is fond of it? Archery or throwing swords and something else, everything is there. Here behind went a small drone. You can see it very often. They also go to Milton Keynes and in this town of Northampton. They carry food directly to people. This is since there was COVID. They came up with such a system to deliver parcels, but more like food in general.
Do you like joining the filming?
This is my favorite thing to do.
What do you like better? Take a photo or walk?
Enjoy the place.
What places do you like the most? City or nature?
Depending on if the city, if it's cool, then you can walk around the city. I love nature.
We are filming in the town of Northampton, our third day. We are now passing Morrison's. We arrived at Beckets Park. The parking is right behind me. Paid £4 for 4 hours. Let's go to Beckets Park.
I don't have any food.
It's quite interesting to walk around here. My wife is standing nearby. Spouse. And the best friend, Igor. At least something interesting is being developed in this town. It was so boring before. What do you think?
Yes, I'm very much in favor.
What is your impression of this town?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yes, honest.
The town is a bit miserable and I'm very happy when some new things appear. I don't know what construction projects are there. At least the bridge that leads to the university looks even fresher. The university building is also new and refreshing.
Thank you for your
Always please.
honest opinion. Behind me are beautiful houses. Nice walk. Someone is lucky who lives here.
They swam up to me, but I have no food.
We went to eat at Turkish restaurant. Since we already started with Turkish, we must continue. How is your steak?
Great, but it's huge. Just huge.
Did you order any special?
There is one size.
Igor, don't you think you ordered a big steak for yourself?
I've never seen this size before. No idea.
I wanted to tell you a little about Northampton, the overall picture and how I see this town. The town of Northampton is located on the river Nene, about 60 miles northwest of London. According to a 2017 census, the number of people was 225,000 people. Historically, the city of Northampton is known for its footwear industry, such as Dr. Martens. Also, famous brands are Northampton cereal Weetabix. These are pressed flakes, they look like that. The famous Carlsberg beer factory looks like too. We move on. Why is this town? Because my welcome with England began from this town. As I remember now, I was with my brother Arthur and our friend Yarik. We got on the bus station. The old bus station is now gone. We went along the terraces. So this is how they look. Such long streets. Seems like endless streets. A house on a house. Everything is so compact. Well, it took some time to get used. It's okay. Of course, like every town, it has its pros and cons. as I see it and in general. Let's start with positives. Houses prices are significantly lower than in other areas adjacent to London. Let's say renting an apartment here will cost approximately the same as renting a room in London, about 650 to 800 pounds. Further, Northampton popular sports are football. Surely you have heard of such a Northampton Town Club. They were winners in the second league in 2015 and 2016, if I'm correct. Also, rugby is popular in Northampton. It has its own rugby club, Northampton Saints. They were champions in 2014. There are a lot of pubs, shops, churches, markets and so on. Another well-known fact is that actress Sophie Turner was born in this town. Who watched the Game of Thrones then knows this actress, that it is. Here in this town, an industry is very developed. That means it is easy to get a job. Now let's talk about negatives. This city has a tough mix of immigrants. I'm one of them. But it is what it is. Walking around the town, you see that the social level of people is very low. There are many young people who drink beer and smoke, and this greatly darkens the whole picture. The overall impression is negative. Again, due to overpopulation, the traffic is just terrible. The main big road, and it is very difficult to move, especially at peak time. People are just stuck in traffic jams. In conclusion, I would like to add that in general the town is still not bad. There are places to go here, many interesting places that we haven't shown you. We just don't have enough time physically. Here is a list for you. And I advise you to visit these places, because they're interesting and there is something to see. On this note, our trip to Northampton ends. Today is a very hot day, bright sun, as you can see. Thanks to all. Wait for the next episode. Bye everyone. Please
Bye.
like. Are we going to do another film action?
You are the director.
Okay, let's do.
Bye.